Welcome to Sports Betting Illuminated, where we play with the house, not against it. I'm your host, Ariel Calista Miller, author of Sports Betting Illuminated, an AI-powered path to profit. My book, which you could get in Barnes & Nobles, Amazon, all over the place. It's in bookstores everywhere right now, and it outlines all of my strategies on how I've been able to obtain a 30, 40, even more, as we've already seen this season, +% profit. And this season, my lowest ROI is currently sitting at 37%. So that's incredible. We are doing so well today. And thank you everyone for joining me this morning. Happy Sunday. So nice seeing you, Red-Pilled Americans, the Sharp, David, good morning. I love seeing you all here bright and early this Sunday morning. Good morning, Derek. It is so nice seeing all of you here. Now, yesterday, as you know, for my free daily emails, which you could get at arielcalista.com, they go out every single day and they're free. Just by clicking on the Stay in Touch box, you can have access to all of the daily sports news, my line analysis on all of the important games that I like, plus my picks of the day. Plus, you also get pictures of me every day, so it's a win, 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 win. Make sure to sign up because it is free. Just by clicking on the Stay in Touch button at arielcalista.com, and you'll find so many winners in there. As you saw yesterday, everyone who opened up their email, you saw that the two plays that I highlighted in red in college basketball won. So that is a great start, and let's just keep that rolling. Thanks, I'm glad you're enjoying the necklace. Enjoying my little look this morning. Well, I like the color blue, but I'm definitely not feeling blue this morning. I am feeling quite happy and excited to get some even more winners with you. Good start yesterday. Nice sweep, and that is exclusive for the people who have signed up for my free daily emails, where you do see the plays that I highlighted in red as the plays that I am playing. And I only liked 2 yesterday, so lately I've been keeping my bets a little bit smaller, not really betting as much in general lately, but it's not like we've been on a bad streak or anything. We've actually been doing really, really well. In fact, if I were to actually read out all of my numbers right now for our ROIs, in the NFL, it's a 37.8% ROI with a 70.8% win rate. Pretty good right now. We've played 48 units in the NFL. In the NHL, we're actually sitting at a 47.9% ROI on a 63.2% win rate. So the win rate isn't quite as good, but our ROI is higher. And this, guys, is why I tell you why calculating ROI is so important. You need to know your return on investment. Then in the NBA right now, we're sitting at a 57% ROI on 62 units, and we have an 82.3% win rate in basketball. I love that. Now in college basketball, that's professional basketball, we have an 82.8% win rate, so doing slightly better in college basketball this season on 64 units with a 61.2% ROI. Isn't that incredible? I mean, we are crushing it with college basketball this season. So I love the direction that all of this is going in. It's definitely the right direction, obviously. As you could see by these numbers, we're hugely profitable so far this season, and let's just keep it rolling. We had a nice little sweep yesterday for all of you who have subscribed to the free daily email, and if you haven't subscribed, what are you doing? It's free. Join at arielcalista.com. And also, if you've subscribed, if you like all these winners come into your inbox every morning, make sure to share with a friend. That is the best way to get our email out there, to really grow and to really reach more people, because it's free, it's not exclusive, anyone can sign up for it, and it's such good information. You really don't want to miss out. So tell your friends, tell your family. The holidays are coming up, and I would love, love, love to see some more people subscribing to my email, signing up to it this holiday season. So now let's get started with the cannabis strain of the day. As you know, I love to sit back, relax, and get my mind right to win some wagers before I get started. I think you're right. I mean, I think you have a great point, Sharp. I love that you guys are following along with my ROIs. There's so many people here who are watching the show or following the daily emails who are also keeping track of this progress, and as you can see, it's provable. You could look back and all of my emails are all time-stamped, all of my videos are time-stamped, even though I haven't put out too many videos on social media in a while. Really, the important information's in the email, and I do have a lot of leans. I think I don't always go and take all of the leans that I have, but to have 30% more plays and only a 6% drop in ROI, I mean, sitting above a 60% ROI is extraordinarily hard in anything. I mean, you look at even things like the stock market and investing, and having ROIs in this range are basically unheard of. So, I think it would be worth it. Yeah, well near 100 units. So, we might end up branching out a little bit more, being a little less conservative, and playing some more bets, because there's a lot out there, and I don't know. I do have a lot of good leans too, and all of the leans are in blue in my free daily emails. All right. Just like the color that I'm wearing today. Now today I am smoking Tangy. This is a multiple award-winning sativa dominant hybrid strain. It has a citrus flavor, uplifting effects. It's a cross between California orange and skunk. And really, it lets you get creative and focus, and it just feels good overall. Whoa, this definitely is nice. All right. Now, I know you guys are all eager to hear about some of the bets that I have. So I was thinking we'll just start off with the best bet on the board today. How does that sound? Okay, let's get started. But this is actually for Monday Night Football, but this is still by far my best bet. Okay, I love the over in the Falcons-Raiders game. This opened up at 41.5. It went all the way out to 44.5. So there was some Joe money pushing the over a little bit. Then it moved back to 44, so it did readjust, but then it kept pushing out even further. Then level 5 money started piling in on the over, and now it's sitting at 44.5, so kind of right back to where it started. There's level 5 money on the over in this game, and I think it's going to push out even farther. As you guys know, the Raiders defensive end, Max Crosby, was ruled out, so this line did push out even further, even when it did bounce back a little bit, and I think it could potentially push out even further. So this is why it's the best bet of the day. Not only is Vegas pushing this out, obviously they're taking in all of the factors that are happening in this game, including players being out and everything else, and they're moving with the money here. There's level 5 money pushing it towards the over. So a lot of points in this Falcons game, and I think this is going to be a great overplay. Hey Spencer, good morning. Nice seeing all of you guys on this beautiful Sunday morning, and let's do some winning today. After our sweep yesterday, our best bet that I just gave to you for tomorrow, I'm feeling pretty good right now. I like this. I really like this over. So, you know, there's still plenty of time. As you guys know, this isn't till Monday night, but still my best bet of the day so far. Okay, now let's dive into this Ravens-Giants game. This is at 1 p.m. Eastern. And wow, this is the biggest spread I've seen this season. In fact, it is the biggest spread all of us have seen this season. The Ravens opened up at minus 14.5 and moved out to minus 16.5 on mixed money. Now, you could still get the Ravens at minus 15.5 in some places. So this is where you might want to look around and line shop a little bit and, you know, really look to see if you could get the 15.5 instead of the 16.5. But still, this might move out even further. Who really knows? The Giants are definitely spiraling downhill fast. They are on an 8-game losing streak. So taking all of this into account, I mean, I truly believe the Ravens probably are one of the best teams in football right now, and they really need to start playing like it. So I think this is just going to be one of those games where the Giants lay an egg, and I like the Ravens minus 15.5. Yeah, I mean, let's be honest, the Ravens have had a strong performance throughout the season, and the Giants, they're just struggling. They have been struggling for a long time. This isn't anything new to us, and there's a lot of injuries on the Giants going on right now. So, to me, I also like this, especially as somebody who has looked at these lines a lot, very thoroughly over, you know, quite a couple years now, and just seeing how this line is looking weird because it is the biggest spread that we've seen so far this football season. It does look a little wonky seeing this number for all of us, but the one thing that I've noticed in particular, when it comes to a lot of these numbers, is usually like the weirder it is, the more Vegas is accurate than we even realize, or than they even realize. You know, I mean, I think about a lot of these baseball games where you see the total all the way, like, way up, all the way up to the sky, and you're like, this doesn't even seem right. But truthfully, I mean, more times than not, Vegas is even more right than, I mean, they could have kept pushing the line out even farther and they would have still been right. I mean, Vegas has these numbers very accurate, and they also know like where to set these lines to make people go, well, I just don't know. They're usually more accurate than we even realize, or than they even realize. So just another thing to think about as you're looking at these lines. Seriously, think about how Vegas is playing into your psychology, because they are. Thank you. I'm glad you're liking these plays so far, and I hope you are all learning something important about how, you know, as much as this is a numbers game, this is a numbers game for Vegas, and they are playing against the bettors. Truthfully, they're, you know, their whole goal as a corporation, as corporate America, is basically like, how can we make as much profit from this field of sports gambling as we possibly can? And sometimes that means like taking sides and setting lines and moving these numbers in ways that kind of, you know, might look a little jarring to us, but they're usually more accurate than we even realize. So I think we are off to a pretty strong start with these plays so far. Definitely started our weekend on the right foot with a little bit of a sweep in the morning email. And now it is time for the 2-minute drills. So let's get started. Hey Mendoza Griffith, welcome in. We are just rolling into the 2-minute drill. Enjoy. Hi everyone, I'm Ariel Calista Miller, author of Sports Betting Illuminated, an AI-powered path to profit. In addition to being the top public sports handicapper on social media for the past 2 years, I'm currently enrolled in the Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning Graduate Studies program at the University of Texas, Austin. My work focuses on the fascinating intersection of sports wagering, advanced AI, and predictive analytics. At the heart of my sports betting philosophy lies game theory and equilibrium theory. These aren't just abstract concepts. They're the foundation of every successful strategy in a competitive betting market. Understanding game theory means recognizing that sportsbooks are not just setting lines, but playing a game against the bettors, anticipating their moves and providing their own counter moves. Equilibrium theory explains how lines shift to balance money and risk, revealing where opportunities arise. Without mastering these principles, you're simply guessing, but with them, you can approach betting with precision and control. This is our first look at the top college football games leading up to the national championship. The initial odds for the biggest bowl games were just released, and here's how they stand. First, looking at the Fiesta Bowl. SMU is sitting at -5.5 versus Boise State. Penn State is sitting at -12.5 versus Boise State. Then you have the Peach Bowl, Clemson -4.5 versus Arizona State, or Texas -11.5 versus Arizona State. Then, of course, the Rose Bowl, Oregon -1.5 versus Ohio State, or Oregon -6.5 versus Tennessee, and finally, the Sugar Bowl, Notre Dame -2.5 versus Georgia, or Georgia -6.5 versus Indiana. Very interesting odds indeed. If you're looking for daily insights, in-depth match analysis, and actionable game picks, make sure to sign up for my free daily report email, where I'll be sharing exclusive updates just by heading over to arielcalista.com and clicking on the button that says Stay in Touch. For now, mark your calendars, dive into these matchups, and let's make this college football season a season to remember. I hope you guys all enjoyed that video. Of course, if you have any questions, feel free to write me anytime. I'm always answering all my emails. If you sign up for my free daily emails, I also have contact forms on arielcalista.com. I did notice a couple typos in there, so sorry guys, I'll fix that before I put it up on YouTube. But I hope you did enjoy that video. I do all these videos myself, all the editing and everything, so I hope you're enjoying it, having fun with these 2-minute drills. And now I have something really fun to share with all of you. Today I am going to be opening up a 6-pack. But a 6-pack of a particular kind. A 6-pack of quarterback over rushing yard props. Are you ready to get started? Let's go. All right, I know you guys are ready to dive into all of these props. First, I like Aaron Rodgers to go over half a rushing yard at plus 138. That is a big plus money prop, and I like this a lot. You can find some nice value there. Thanks so much. I appreciate it, Spencer. Now, I also like Dolphins quarterback Tua to go over 2.5 rushing yards at -110. I also like Packers quarterback Justin Love to go over 5.5 rushing yards at minus 110. Then Jared Goff to go over half a rushing yard at plus 105. Another plus money prop in here. And I also like Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow to go over 7.5 rushing yards at minus 110. And finally, to wrap up our 6-pack, I like the Steelers quarterback Russell Wilson to go over 7.5 rushing yards. You could get this prop right now at minus 110. Wow, that was a lot of over rushing yard props. I hope you like them all. Of course, I will go back through all of them again at the end, but wow. Sometimes you need to sit back, relax, and enjoy a 6-pack of props, right? Yeah, if you'd like me to repeat any of them, feel free to throw it in the chat and I'll go over it. You think the book's messed up there? Ooh, yeah. Okay, you might switch out Tua for Knicks. But you're nitpicking and probably wrong. No, don't say that. No, honestly, Bo Nix has definitely shown some serious potential, and I don't think that would be a bad move either. I think that might be a fun little, if you want to upgrade your 6-pack to a 7-pack, I don't know if there's anything wrong with that, right guys? It is Sunday. You should be able to upgrade if you want to. But I think I do like that. All right. Well, I'll definitely consider adding the Knicks prop in there. Yeah, that prop is a really big plus money prop, sitting at plus 138. Rodgers over half a rushing yard. Okay. Let's take this, lock it in, especially while it's at this big plus money number at plus 138. So yeah, we'll have to see what happens during this game. Hopefully he doesn't get crushed, but I think you're right here. This just seems like a very easy play. And the thing I love about this 6-pack of props is there are a couple plus money ones in there. There are, a few ones that are just regular props sitting at minus 110. Most of them are sitting at minus 110. So nothing too crazy to take out there, but we do really well with these props on this show, and we are always hitting them. So I feel pretty confident about all of these props today. I'm really hoping 5 out of 6 of them will hit. If you want to throw in the Bo Nix one, maybe 6 out of 7 will hit, or 7 out of 7, but let's go. I think these are all very realistic props. These could all happen, and what you're gonna find on this sports show is, unlike other sports shows, is throwing out these crazy minus 5,000 props out there or things like that. We're keeping it realistic. We're keeping it realistic to what could actually happen during the game, but we're also doing it in a way that's profitable and could make money for all of us, and that's what I love here with a 6-pack, or let's make it a 7-pack now. Why not? For my action players out there. Now, it is time to enjoy a little bit more cannabis. I really have an interesting educational cannabis segment coming up for you guys. I've been working on it all morning, so I'm really excited to share with all of you, and I'm going to take another hit real quick. Oh yeah, feeling good. Now, let's roll right into this cannabis segment. Enjoy! Did you know cannabis is at the forefront of groundbreaking medical research? One name you need to know right now is Carol Zapata, a brilliant Colombian scientist and the recent recipient of the prestigious L'Oreal UNESCO Award for Women in Science. Zapata has made waves with her revolutionary studies on cannabidiol, also known as CBD, a non-psychoactive compound found in cannabis, now legally available in every single state in America. Her studies indicate that CBD may have a therapeutic potential in treating colon cancer and other diseases, but for Zapata, this research is about more than just medicine. It's about reclaiming cannabis's therapeutic roots. As she puts it, we as a country with so much knowledge about cannabis and its cultivation and production lack a second approach to its use. In other words, the only uses currently recognized are illicit or recreational, but there is evidence that humanity has been in contact with cannabis since the plant was first known and its initial use was therapeutic. We need to return to those roots and remember how and why it was used. That way, we connect all of our knowledge about the plant with robust science. I think that is a beautiful statement. Zapata's work not only emphasizes the importance of a scientific approach to developing cannabis-derived products, but also seeks to integrate historically marginalized communities into these initiatives. This research contributes to a growing body of evidence supporting the medicinal benefits of cannabis compounds, offering hope for new, less invasive treatment options for cancer patients. Beyond oncology, CBD and other cannabinoids are being explored for their anti-inflammatory, neuroprotective, and pain-relieving properties, expanding their potential applications in healthcare. Moreover, researchers are increasingly focused on understanding the molecular pathways influenced by CBD, providing deeper insights into how it interacts with the human endocannabinoid system. As the scientific community continues to explore these possibilities, findings like these could lead to significant advancements in cancer therapy, chronic disease management, and overall patient care. The work of researchers like Zapata underscores the critical need for continued investment in cannabis science to unlock its full potential in modern medicine. I hope you guys enjoyed all of that. I'm glad you guys are liking all of these tips and my smile, and I hope you're enjoying some of this cannabis knowledge as well. I love seeing women all over the globe really learning the science and the research behind cannabis, and truthfully, the scientific field as a whole needs to do some research on cannabis. And you have scientists from across the globe saying this is a huge field that we need to study and that we need to learn more about. And because of all of these federal regulations and restrictions, it actually restricts our knowledge on cannabis itself and really any kind of scientific progress that we should be making as a country, because at the end of the day, this is a plant and it should be studied in a scientific way. And because it is still Schedule 1, you can't study it like you should be able to. You can't find out the effects on it. And there's just been a lot of bureaucratic roadblocks that have prevented people in this country from studying cannabis. So it's nice to see scientists across the world are now learning about this plant and trying to find unique uses for it, from all kinds of research like cancer to inflammation. There's so many benefits of cannabis, and it's just good to study. It's good to study how our endocannabinoid system interacts with cannabinoids. We don't know these things as well as we should. We've started doing some research and study, but truthfully, we need to know so much more, and it's hard to do that here in America because it's a Schedule 1 substance, but in other countries in the world, where regulations aren't as tight. It's really nice seeing that knowledge is really coming to the forefront when it comes to cannabis. All right, well, anyways, enough about cannabis. Let's dive right back into some winning wagers. And I have some plays for you in NBA today. So let's start off with the 5:10 p.m. Eastern game between the Pelicans and the Pacers. I actually like two totals in the NBA today, and here I really like this over. I played it earlier, in fact, at 228. This opened up at 222 and a half. Made a huge move out. I caught it at 228 when I was writing these numbers down initially for the show. It was 229 and a half. But even since then, it's already moved just in these past 30 minutes to be set at 231 and a half on level 1 money. So the money is significant, and this Vegas move is huge. So I love seeing this total go from 222 and a half to 231 and a half. Let's take the over all the way. There are going to be so many points scored in this Pelicans Pacers game, and I like the over here. Vegas is clearly indicating that they think this game is going to go over, and there is a little bit of money showing up on the over as well. And if you sign up for my free daily emails by going to arielcalista.com, it is one of the plays I did highlight for today. So make sure to sign up for these free daily emails for days when I'm not doing a live show. And you could get all of these winning plays that I like for free every single day just by going to arielcalista.com and clicking on a button that says stay in touch. Now, I like the over here, and I like an over in one other NBA game, and that's the Celtics versus Wizards at 6:10 p.m. Eastern. This is interesting. You know, first, I have seen movement both on the spread and on the total, but this is pretty interesting. On the spread, it moved from -14 to -16 and a half to -17 and a half to back to -17 on some Celtics money. So this is kind of interesting how it's moved, but I don't like how its numbers have pulled back as much as they did. That half a point, I don't know. It does feel a little shaky for me. So that's why really I like the over here in the Celtics Wizards game even more, because this opened up at 227 and a half. Then it moved out to 230 and a half, where I played it at 230. Then it moved out to 234 and a half. Then it pulled back a little bit to 233 and a half. Now, I still like the over. I like how it moved. I don't like how this moved back like a point, but you know, all things considered, this was a huge move towards the over, big Vegas move, and truthfully, there's only level 1 money supporting this, but it is a big Vegas move, just like this Pelicans Pacers game. These are big Vegas moves where Vegas is indicating that they think a lot of points will be scored in these games, and yeah, a lot of overs. So in these two spots, I really like the overs here. And yeah, those are all of my picks. So I am going to run back through all of them for you, just in case you didn't get here early, or maybe, you know, in a 6-pack of props, there was one you forgot to lock in. Let me just go back through all of them, including my best bet of the day, which, as you know, guys, it is tomorrow, the over in this Falcons-Raiders game. That is my best bet of the day. It was my first initial play of the day that I gave to all of you because I like it so much. Best bet over 44 in a Falcons-Raiders game. I love this. Let's go. Next, today in this Ravens-Giants game, I am taking Ravens minus 15.5. And you could still find it minus 15.5 in a lot of spots. So some spots you might see it's minus 16.5. Remember, guys, the importance of line shopping. Now, let's get into the 6-pack of quarterback over rushing yard props. Let's dive right into this. First, I took Aaron Rodgers over half a rushing yard at plus 138. Then I took Dolphins quarterback Tua to go over 2.5 rushing yards at minus 110. Then Justin Love over 5.5 rushing yards, minus 110. Jared Goff over half a rushing yard at plus 105, another big plus money prop. Well, not a big plus money prop, but you know what I'm saying. Plus money. Let's go. I also like Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow to go over 7.5 rushing yards at minus 110. And finally, for the 6-pack, I like Russell Wilson to go over 7.5 rushing yards at minus 110. But, you know, for the action players, I love when the handicappers in our audience are throwing in the picks. So when the Sharp did throw in Bo Nix, you know, that might be a little bit of an action play for all of you. So consider potentially adding that to your 6-pack, making it a 7-pack, if you feel like it. All right, now let's dive right into my NBA picks that I liked for today. I like 2 overs. The over, I played it at 228, but it's already sitting at 231.5 in the Pelicans-Pacers game, and I played the over in the Celtics-Wizards game at 230, but it's already moved out to 233.5. So I like those overs a lot. Those are all of my plays for the day. Of course, I have my book, Sports Betting Illuminated, an AI-powered path to profit, which outlines truly all of my strategies on how I'm able to obtain, as you guys could see, these 60+% ROIs. I mean, it doesn't even sound real, but it's true, and I could break out every single game and all the math for all of you, but if you follow along to my free daily emails, you could prove it just by going back in the archive and saying, oh, December 14th, she liked these games. December 13th, she liked these games. Absolutely. And it's free. It goes out to you every single day at arielcalista.com, and you could sign up just by clicking Stay in Touch. Also at arielcalista.com, that is where you get signed copies of my book. It is available in the store at arielcalista.com. That is the place to get your signed copies. Also, I am currently running a book bundle. So this is great for Christmas, for the holidays. You could get this book, Sports Betting Illuminated, along with my other book, my first book I ever published, Infrared Illuminated. Get them bundled together, keep one for yourself, give one to a friend, gift both of them. You know, these are great holiday gifts for truly anyone, you know, so, you know, whether your friends and family care about health and you want to learn more about the infrared technology that we're seeing all over the place, far infrared light therapy, we're seeing these gyms and spas and saunas and everything pop up. Dive into that with the Infrared Illuminated book. And of course, you want to keep winning wagers all season long for the sports lover in your life. Sports Betting Illuminated is the perfect book for anyone who really wants to learn the strategies of a true betting professional. And as you can see, in a 2-minute drill, I'm talking about game theory. I'm talking about the Nash equilibrium. All of these things I dive into in so much more detail. Plus, I give you a workbook full of real games that you could actually analyze in real time that I break down for you in the back of this book. So we're all learning together. There's just so much information in here in the Infrared Illuminated book. get your book bundle this holiday season at arielcalista.com. And thank you so much, everyone, for showing up to the stream. Thank you for reminding everyone red-pilled Americans to leave a thumbs up. That helps me so much in algorithm. I'm a super small creator, as you guys could see. Not very well known out there in the social media space, but leaving a thumbs up and sharing this video with a friend helps me enormously. Seriously. And it's also free. So thank you everyone who's leaving your thumbs up, who's subscribing to this channel, and thank you to everyone who's sharing this video with your friends and family, telling your friends and family to go to arielcalista.com and click on the Stay in Touch button. Thank you so much, and I cannot wait to see all of you back here on Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. It is a great book. I encourage everyone to go check it out, or if you don't like physical books, I get it. I have ebook versions all over the internet for you. So go check it out, and thank you everyone. Have a wonderful Sunday. Let's win some wagers, and I'll see you all back here on Wednesday. Bye.